Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to introduce my new series that I'm starting, which is a devlog. About 2 weeks ago, I started out on the venture to write my own budgeting app. I have been using budgeting apps for, 10 plus years. Every Dollar, Rocket Mortgage, Rocket Money, YNAB, spreadsheets, Mint before they were terrible, and then I guess they closed up shop. I think I dabbled with NerdWallet, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, the reason that I actually started dabbling in this is one, I needed a project, and two, I've never done any kind of mobile app before. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and aim for a mobile app that I currently use so that I can use that app and maybe make it better. So throughout my years of actually using multiple apps to track my finances, whether that is to pay down debt or pay bills or keep up with transactions or anything like that, there's always one commonality, and that is that they do all of their budgeting off of a month scope. So essentially you set up your bills that are due every month, which is great because most bills are monthly, but you don't get paid monthly. So whenever you go through a budget and it says, hey, you're supposed to come in and make $2,000 this month, and you have $1,500 in expenses. Well, that doesn't really tell you anything because A, you're not getting paid on the first, all that $2,000. So even if you allocate $200 to eating out, you might only have $50 because you just got paid once instead of 4 times. Essentially what I'm trying to say is that most people budget paycheck to paycheck. Unfortunately, majority of people in America are paycheck to paycheck. So whenever you try and build a budget app, you should do paycheck to paycheck. And not even like week to week, because everybody gets paid differently. So some people get paid 1st and 15th. Some people get paid every single week, the same amount every week. Some people are hourly. Some people get bonuses. It has to be this flexible kind of app that actually keeps track of your finances, but also doesn't put the burden of you having to do the mental math of like how much you actually need per week to get through the week. All of this will make a little bit more sense once I actually start developing the app. And like I was saying earlier, I should have started this devlog series about 2 weeks ago because that's whenever I started doing like the actual mock-ups in Figma. And currently I've already built out the app to a point of I can add transactions, I can schedule transactions, and I can keep a running balance of all of those transactions to reflect all of the changes, no matter if you update the transactions or not, or if they're due or if they're paid and all that kind of stuff. So kind of the hard part. If you want me to do some kind of code review or something like that, then let me know and I can kind of walk through that and reverse engineer how I got started with building out the app and how I wanted to tackle the problems. But yeah, I've been working on this pretty much every single day. I'll get home, hang out with the kids for like 3-4 hours. They go down for bed, and then I'm immediately on to coding. So I'm programming probably 5-6 hours a night, and I've been making some really good progress. So like I said, I just wanted to start off this devlog so that I can actually track my progress and all that kind of stuff. Also kind of to announce it and possibly get some people interested in becoming beta testers. Obviously, I'm going to test it out and I'll give it to my wife and she'll test it out, and my brother and my sister and all that kind of stuff. But reality is if I can launch it to like 50 people or 100 people or something like that as like a beta and get some feedback and try and make it a little bit better, then I will, because this is my first app that I've ever built that's going to be used publicly and going to be posted to the App Store and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be doing a lot of learning throughout this process of actually becoming an indie developer that kind of programs an app, develops an app, posts the app, markets the app, takes care of the customer service part of it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm hoping to take y'all along the way with me. So come along for the journey if you feel like you want to learn with me. And also if you have any pointers. I'm currently developing this in React Native using the Expo framework, and as a backend I'm using Firebase for Firestore and auth. I might be using functions, but honestly I've been having to learn all of it, so right now it's just a lot to even absorb the React Native side of things and all of the back end, because I've never used Firestore either. I just know that they have a really good suite of tools that is for free for a smaller app. So I figured, why not go ahead and jump on that while I'm developing a small app. And yes, before I get 100 comments asking me if I am in a shed, I am. This is my shed. We just moved and we didn't have any room for my desk. So I was like, you know what? That shed's pretty big in the backyard. And I think if I put a window unit in it, it might be survivable. But realistically, I waited until 9 o'clock at night to come out here because it has been just deadly hot in Texas. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna kind of be building out this app, and come along for the ride if you want to see one dude kind of try and build all of this together. I think it's doable for sure with all the tools that are actually out there right now. Along with like AI's help, you know, I use Claude, ChatGPT, Meta AI sometimes. Meta AI image generations are pretty good. But yeah, I'm really leveraging like all of that, and then as well as like asking all the questions, and I'm hoping that this kind of brings a community together, that we can actually build out an app that's not like run by a big conglomerate and is just raking you over the coals with fees. Because right now, currently, to peek into my life, I use YNAB, and they charge $15 a month, which is like crazy. It used to be crazy to charge somebody $3 a month for bank hookup. Now, don't get me wrong, you can hook up as many accounts as you want, and I don't know if it scales like that, but $15 a month is crazy, because YNAB is the closest thing to a spreadsheet user interface than any of the other ones. They have like 2 reports for their mobile, and then otherwise you're just clearing transactions. It does no kind of look ahead. It doesn't do anything like that. It doesn't give you any kind of bill indicators. Yeah, you get to set a date for when it's due, but it doesn't let you know, hey, your bills are due. Hey, you missed this one, or blah, 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 or anything like that. It's not looking ahead. And once again, like I said, it doesn't go paycheck to paycheck. Vlog 1, I'll put a couple screenshots in here, hopefully throughout this entire video, of kind of how it's functioning, how it's going right now. And like I said, leave some comments down below. The UI is probably my weakest point because I'm more of a function guy. If it just works, great. I don't really try and overthink the size of a button, even though I probably should. I think that's it. Next time, I think I'm going to write some notes on all the stuff that I actually did, so we can dive off into those things, and then obviously explore some of the functionality that gets added along the way. As well as like kind of reviewing some of these comments that people send and all that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate you coming by. This channel has been on a up and down of, I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. I've changed the name probably 10 times in the past month, which is crazy, because if it's my channel, I just need to name it my name, and stop trying to spin up multiple channels with different categories. My channel needs to be about things that I'm I'm passionate about. This channel is going to kind of be a landing place for pretty much everything that I'm working on, because I think there's a younger me, like let's say a 10-year younger me, that would maybe appreciate some of these things that I bring to the table, whether it's, you know, because everybody kind of thinks that they don't know enough, or that they don't know enough to give advice. But if I look back on like where I started with programming, websites, anything like that, I've learned so much in these past 10 years. Now, you grow as a person, your perspectives change, and you really learn what you don't know. That's what you're really good at doing, is you're figuring out that, oh, there is so much more to this, and you just learn how to digest that information a lot better as you get older versus getting overwhelmed whenever you're young. So I'm hoping that along with these devlogs, I can also create some tutorials, some productivity tips and all that kind of stuff, kind of giving some advice on how to really lay out a project so you get it done, how to create things that you're excited about it. Because whenever you're excited about something, it doesn't even, like, days turn into hours. Like, it's crazy how fast, you know, everything flies by whenever you're focused on something that you really enjoy doing. And that wasn't obvious to me until I started working on this project, because like I said, I was kind of just sitting there with nothing to kind of do. So yeah, this project's really helping me out here with kind of coming to terms with you know, how much doing something for yourself is actually a big deal. Damn, we've been recording for 15 minutes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be putting this on a public GitHub since it's gonna be a commercial product, but I could possibly put certain things that I think are worth putting out there. But yeah, some things I might post on GitHub. I'll definitely put my link in the description of my GitHub. And then I will end up spinning up a website for this so that you can go ahead and sign up for the newsletter / beta sign up or whatever it's going to be. Essentially just put your email in and you're going to get an email saying, hey, look, this app is for public beta and I want to get somebody to actually use it. So if you get that email, that's probably not going to be for a little bit. Like I said, I got some screens to polish off and just to get some initial feedback on how people are using it and how it feels, because a lot of people, apps either make it or break it based off of like how they feel to use. If it feels clunky, if it feels slow, if it doesn't give you enough feedback on how to use it, or if it doesn't give you enough a tutorial, man, I'm out of there like pretty quick. So I know that it's a long road ahead because I have to build out a community, I have to build out tutorials, I have to build out, you know, how to work through it. You know, budgeting isn't just, you know, a budgeting app. It's literally a lifestyle change. Every dollar you're supposed to assign every single dollar. YNAB allows you to use credit cards and pay them off. And all of these things are essentially like lifestyle changes. This is how you're going to use your money, and this is how to use your money and track it through this app. So I know I have to think about these things bigger picture. It's not just an app, it's a way of life that I have to create and kind of sell the idea of, hey, look, this will be better, I promise. If you just go through the headache of learning how I'm doing things, then it'll be better. But it's a long time coming. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have been talking for about 20 minutes now, so I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm sure I'll cut some of it out. But I am so excited to get back to doing tech, doing videos, and kind of have my little hot ass man cave back here to actually create these things in. If you have any questions about like the app building process, or you know, go ahead and shoot them in the description. Honestly, the dumber the better, because I understand the dumb questions. The dumb questions are just, they feel impossible whenever you're a beginner, man. So absolutely send them in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you. I was about to say that I was going to post these every single week, but realistically, I'm probably going to end up posting one of these every single time that like there's a new update or something like that, or progress in the app, which could be like every other day, or every day, to be honest. So I know it's going to be small progress, but honestly, I want to get into the loop of actually creating the videos, uploading the videos, and all that kind of stuff, as well as keeping the pace of building out the app so that I can get a good idea of when it's going to be done and when I can actually start marketing it and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, I'm definitely done rambling. Subscribe if you're new. Leave me a like if you like the content. I don't know if it's great or not, but it might be one day.